You said something else in the group chat, Hussam. You said that Chelsea are overperforming. Unpack that for me.
This is a very unfortunate conversation where, with this whole Chelsea thing.
But remember, you've got to factor in variables before you give an opinion, please. Okay.
You're so rattled. I love it.
No,
Listen, Terry, I'm talking about Chelsea now. I'm not talking about Chelsea 3 years from now. Anyway, when it comes to Chelsea,
the end of the season. Go on.
They are doing something that I don't think anyone expected. Chelsea remind me of us in 13-14, where they can't defend for shit. They can't keep a clean sheet to save their life. They have a shit keeper, but they are just blitzing teams with goals. Chelsea are already on 35 goals scored in the English Premier League. We are like 15 games into the season. They're averaging almost 2.5 goals basically per game, which is insane. So they're scoring a whole lot of goals. Palmer chipping in with all those penalties. They're scoring a lot of goals right now.
It's a slight dig, but fine.
I have to say with Chelsea, I think Chelsea are now title contenders. Because Chelsea don't have any pressure to win. There is no Maresca you must. There is no Chelsea you must. But Mo made this example before and I stick by it. I think his example is correct, unfortunately. Chelsea are there until they're no longer there. Chelsea are just there because they're above Arsenal and they're above Man City. You can't be above Arsenal, above Man City and tell me you ain't in the race and you're just chilling. No, you are in the race. There is no pressure on them to win. There is no pressure on them to do
Chelsea are only contenders if you admit that you are favorites.
Contenders. But when it comes to the difference between Chelsea and other clubs is Chelsea are owned by a psychopath named Todd Bowley and Iqbali. Those two are capable of spending money in January, which means Chelsea are very much capable of buying a goalkeeper and buying a centre-back with experience and getting Osimhen as an example in January. They are completely capable of this. And if they do these things in January, with the fact that they play Conference League football with a completely different team, essentially Chelsea play one game a week, essentially, I think Chelsea could be in a better position than the likes of City and Arsenal as things stand.
I'm going to put a statement out. Maresca, right, as of now is doing a better job than Arne Slot. I'm not undermining what Arne Slot has done, and I'm not trying to rattle you. And let me explain to you what I mean by this. Arne Slot is doing...
What about the variables, though? You got to be. The variables.
Sam doesn't understand the variables, so I need to explain to him the variables so we can come to the.
We're gonna discuss the variables that we actually know, Terry. Not variables and unknown. Known variables.
Bro, you spoke like a sloth. Just calm down, bro. Let us talk. Bro, calm down. The difference is between Maresca and Arne Slot. Let me just tell you, bro. If I told you, and I'm gonna ask everyone in the chat, and I'm gonna ask Terry and Hussam, if I told you guys. I'm not undermining what Slot has done. He's doing a fantastic job. The Arsenal and Man City are going to be doing bad after 15 games. Who's going to be top of the league? Which team is going to be your answer? Everyone in the chat, just write one name. It will be Liverpool, 100%, right? But if I told you Liverpool, Arsenal and Man City will be doing bad, are Chelsea going to be second? I'm going to say no. No one a lot of people said Chelsea will not be here. This is why Maresca is overperforming, as Sam said, and he's doing more an unexpected job than in Arne Slot. Because if Man City and Arsenal are doing bad in the beginning of the season, you would expect Arne Slot to be top. You would expect Liverpool to be top because of the players they have. But you would not have expected Chelsea to be second. This is why Enzo Maresca is exceeding expectations more than Arne Slot. Arne Slot is doing a great job. Fantastic job, of course. But I think Maresca is doing more of an unexpected job than him. And people say the money and all of this stuff. No, it's not about that. It is not about that because Chelsea have a mishmash team. They don't have a good defense, as Osam said. But still, they're up there second. They're 4 points behind Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool have a game in hand. And based on Osam's takes, he thinks that the Everton game is so tough, so it might be 5 points. This is why I'm giving Maresca more credit than anyone else in the league. Anyone else in the league. because based on that, what everyone expected, they should have been behind Man City and Arsenal, even if they're doing bad. Because a lot of people expected him to be 7th, 6th. Or some said in December, Maresca is going to be sacked. He's sitting seconds now. He got it wrong. He said he got it wrong, but that means he's doing better job than Maresca, than Arne Slot. That is the reality that people don't. Oh, but Maresca is doing good. They spent a lot of money. Yeah, they spent a lot of money, and you said they're going to finish 8th and 7th. And a lot of people said that Man United are better. Last season, I said the City team is in a better place than Man United. And I stand by this.
Yeah, are you
The
done
City
now?
team is
I
better.
predicted that Chelsea will come 5th or 6th, not 7th or 8th.
So that means there is another team behind Arsenal and City should be ahead. Habibi. That means which team?
To show the whole world.
Habibi, I'm going to talk to you, bro. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to let you waffle for a while. Sam, I'm going to let you waffle for a while. I'm going to let you waffle for a while. Which team?
I'm not going to answer the question.
Don't. But I'm going to put the question to expose you. Which team you predicted between City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Chelsea? This is the team that is supposed to be second based on your prediction, Osam.
But Sam, just say the variables have changed since then.
Anyway, so when it comes to this conversation, I love the fact that I have them both on strings. Now, when it comes to this conversation,
I'm not even involved.
The reason you're gonna keep mentioning variables to the end of the stream, and you know it's true because you want me to predict 3 years from now. I don't know the fucking future of 5 different clubs. So when it comes to this conversation,
you predicted Chelsea's downfall. You predicted Chelsea's downfall and their future downfall
for
many times.
This season, I can predict this season. I can't predict 3 years from now. There's a massive difference.
But you and everyone else is writing them off season after season. They're never coming back. They're awful, laughing at them.
Yeah,
anyway,
we said that in the summer. And did I not say a month into the season I'm wrong about Chelsea? I did.
Yeah. Go on.
Okay, so in 10 years on YouTube, you haven't gotten anything wrong. You've gotten plenty wrong. I've gotten plenty wrong.
But I'm not scared to give a prediction.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with being scared. Do you want me to predict Man United's future 3 years from now? How the fuck am I meant to do that? So what happened to the other 4 clubs then?
Kept thinking I could never live without you by myself.
You're so
Sorry, back to your opinion.
Anyway, back to this Chelsea point. The reason why Arne Slot is doing the best job out of anyone in the whole league is the fact that we have not signed anyone. We have the same exact team. And if anyone's going to include Chiesa, you're just being shameless. We literally have the same exact team from last season with a new manager. And based on the evidence that we've had in the past, usually when a historic manager of a football club was being replaced, like Ferguson, like Wenger, like Mourinho, like Klopp, it takes the club a while to recover. It takes the club a while to get back to the levels that they're at. And Arne Slot has done that without a single transfer. This is what makes it impressive. And on top of that, he's not only top of the Premier League, he's also top of the Champions League. If you're going to tell me City are having a bad year or Arsenal having a bad year or blah, 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 then you've got the likes of the teams in the Champions League like Real Madrid. You've had teams like that who are expected to win this trophy, who are expected to compete after signing Mbappe. So when it comes to the Liverpool conversation, no one expected this. Not a single, the most positive Liverpool fan in the universe did not say we're going to be top of the Premier League and top of the Champions League by December 11th by just signing Chiesa, who is literally Sterling level, and we haven't even seen him yet, which is actually even funnier because, like, at least they had Sterling on loan. We can't even send back Chiesa because we bought him. We paid money for Federico Chiesa. So the reason with this conversation I'm putting Slot above is Slot took over from Klopp, which had all the Liverpool fans' support, 99.99%, had the city on lock, had everyone on his side, had this us against the world siege mentality. Slot comes in, changes the style a little bit, tweaks the style a little bit, signs absolutely no one, and is top of both leagues by December 11th. Is Maresca outperforming expectations? Yes. But Slot is not just outperforming expectations. Slot is massively outperforming expectations for 2 reasons. Number one, you both are stressing that Liverpool are favorites and this is Liverpool's title to lose. Number 2, if I told any of you in the summer, using Mo's logic, if I told any of you in the summer that City are going to drop off, you would have said Arsenal would be top in December. But the fact that we're above both City and Arsenal...
You're lying now. Both
are
in this position. Don't change the facts.
Because of Arne Slot.
Okay, you asked a question. Okay, ask me the question again so I can answer it. If City were dropping off, I predicted Arsenal to be top. Okay? So you're right. Right. Let me ask you the question and you answer it.
Which one is the lie? Why you said lying?
Habibi, let me tell you.
I didn't lie.
If I told you in the summer, Osama, answer the question, please. Arsenal and City are going to drop off. Who's going to be top? Answer the question, please.
Say that again.
If I told you in the summer, Arsenal and City will drop off, who's going to be top?
I don't understand.
Oh my God. This is, no, Sam,
What?
don't be like this, okay? Don't act stupid. You're not stupid. You're very
I'm
smart.
not acting stupid. I'm asking
you
you.
are
I don't
very
understand your
smart.
question.
You are very smart. If I told you in the summer, Arsenal or City are going to drop off, who's going to be top? Answer the question, please.
Who would I have said would be top?
Yes.
If they both fell off.
If they both fell off. Like, okay?
In the
hold
same
on,
season.
Hold on. No. If I told you this season, in August, before a ball was kicked, Arsenal or City are going to drop off, which is a fact as of now, because both have dropped off. Who's going to be? And by the way, this is not an if question, because it's a fact. It's a fact. Who's going to be top? Tell me. Who would you
Nottingham
expect?
Forest? Liverpool.
Thank you so much. I made my point. Next subject, Terry. He's a
I
fraud
said
and he's
Liverpool,
exposed.
I said
Liverpool.
Can
Liverpool.
I
She
just say
said
very
Liverpool. Hold on, Terry, because he answered.
Sorry.
Finally, he answered. Liverpool. If I told you Arsenal, and I want your opinion, Arsenal and City are going to drop off, and Liverpool are going to be top, who's going to be second? Who would be your answer in the summer?
Me?
No. Osam. Still Osam.
Okay.
If I told you, Osam, which is the current situation, if I told you Arsenal, if I came from the future and I told you Arsenal and City will drop off this season and Liverpool will be top, who's going to be second, Osam? What would your answer be?
I mean, my top 4 contenders were Newcastle, Aston
Sam,
Villa,
just
and
answer the
Chelsea.
question. Sam, answer the question. Who would,
I put those 3 clubs, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Chelsea, and I said I don't know who's gonna get 4th, but I did predict Newcastle to finish 4th.
okay, so Newcastle should have been. So that means Maresca is.
Newcastle have underperformed massively.
So based on the current circumstances and the current situation, Liverpool is where they should be based on your prediction, top of the league. You are performing better because you are 9 points ahead or 7 points ahead.
Everyone, welcome to Footy Judge Mo, aka Yoga Instructor Mo, who just twisted the fuck out of my statement.
Don't tell me. Hossam,
Based on your logic, you predicted
Guys,
Liverpool to be
Can I,
top.
can I please jump in? Let me-
No, I
Please,
predicted
he's
Arsenal.
so
to be top.
guys. I'm going to jump in for a minute. I
I
want,
predicted
you
us to be
lost.
third.
guys,
Take
I'm
the L and
I'm
move on.
shutting it down.